What would really happen if there were two gods in the universe, two creators, two beings claiming authority, two sources of power trying to run the heavens and the earth? Would the sun still rise the same way? Would the galaxies still move in perfect balance? Would your heart still beat calmly inside your chest? Or would everything collapse into chaos? This single question has puzzled human beings for thousands of years, and the Quran gives an answer that is so powerful, so logical, and so deeply human that once you hear it, the truth becomes undeniable. Before we begin, you're watching Human Secrets, where we explore spiritual truths that nourish the human body and soul. If you want more content that awakens your heart, your mind, and your connection with Allah, make sure you subscribe right now so you don't miss anything. Now imagine walking into the cockpit of an airplane and instead of one trained pilot, you see two pilots fighting over the controls. One insists the plane must ascend. The other says the plane should descend. They argue, push, pull, and compete for control. What happens to that plane? Chaos, confusion, instability, eventually destruction. Now replace that airplane with the entire universe. Planets, stars, time, gravity, seasons, oceans, your heartbeat, the movement of galaxies. All being controlled by two independent gods fighting for authority. The Quran asks you to think exactly like this. Allah says in Surah Al-Mu'minun 23:91, Allah has not taken any son, nor is there any god besides him. If there were, each god would have taken what he created, and some would have tried to overpower others. Think of it through a simple human example. Imagine a company with two CEOs who have exactly equal power. One signs documents, the other cancels them. One hires, the other fires. One approves a project, the other shuts it down. That company won't last a week. Human beings see this every day. Two kings cannot share one throne, two leaders cannot command one army, two captains cannot control one ship. If humans cannot run a small office with two absolute authorities, how can the infinite universe, where every atom is in perfect harmony, be ruled by two gods? This is why Allah says in Surah Al-Anbiya 21:22, if there were gods besides Allah in the heavens and the earth, both would have fallen into ruin. Not become slightly chaotic, not become a little unbalanced. Allah says everything would collapse, because the universe runs on unity, and unity can only come from one absolute creator. That's why Surah Al-Ikhlas summarizes the entire truth in 4 short verses. Say, He is Allah the One, Allah the Eternal and Absolute. He neither gives birth nor is he born, and there is nothing comparable to him. If more than one God existed, they would have to resemble each other. One would be stronger, the other weaker. One would overpower the other. But Allah says clearly, there is nothing like him. Absolute uniqueness means absolute oneness. Look around you, the signs are everywhere. The sunrise happens at the exact precise moment every single day. The earth rotates with a speed so perfectly calibrated that if it shifted even slightly, human life would end instantly. Oceans obey boundaries. Your heart beats with coordination so flawless that no machine has ever been created that can match it. The entire universe obeys one command, one system, one source. This is not the signature of two independent creators. It is the signature of one perfect creator managing everything with knowledge, wisdom, and mercy. Allah asks us in Surah Fatiha 35:3, is there any creator besides Allah who provides for you from the heavens and the earth? Everything human beings benefit from, food, water, sunlight, gravity, air, shelter, comes from the one who designed the universe to serve the needs of human beings. Yes, serve the needs of human beings, because human beings are the only creation given consciousness, intellect, free will, moral responsibility, and a soul. Other creations, animals, mountains, oceans, plants were placed on this earth for our benefit, as tools, resources, signs, and blessings. Not because humans are greater than Allah, but because Allah is merciful. He made the earth serve human beings, while human beings serve Him. That is why Allah tells us directly in Surah Ad-Dariyat 51:56, I did not create jinn and humans except to worship me. Worship is not just praying, it is remembering Allah, obeying Him, loving Him, trusting Him, and following Islam, which is the universal way of life designed to fit the human body, mind, and soul. Human beings were not created to wander without purpose. Without worship, the human soul becomes empty, confused, lost, even if the person has wealth, fame, or success. The soul was designed to connect with Allah. When the soul remembers its creator, life becomes lighter, calmer, and more meaningful. Allah promises in Surah Al-Baqarah 2:152, remember me and I will remember you. This is not a metaphor, it is a guarantee. When human beings remember Allah, through dua, salah, Quran, dhikr, and righteous living, Allah opens doors that human effort alone can never open. Allah says in Surah At-Talaq 65:2-3, whoever has taqwa, Allah will make a way out for them, and provide for them from where they could never imagine. Every human being has seen this in their own life. Someone with little ability suddenly succeeds beyond imagination. Someone hopeless prays sincerely, and their life transforms. Someone makes dua from the heart, and miracles happen. Because when you connect with the creator of the universe begins to move in your favor. But when a person lives thinking there are multiple gods, or believes life is random, or believes everything depends on human effort alone, they cut themselves off from the one who actually controls everything. If you think deeper, everything you use comes from the earth beneath your feet. The food you eat grows from the earth. The water you drink flows through the earth. The metal in your phone and your car comes from the earth. The shelter above your head stands because of the earth. Allah says in Surah Al-Mulk 67:15, "It is He who made the earth manageable for you, so travel its paths and eat from His provision." Human beings forget that the earth beneath their feet is a reminder that we are dependent, we are weak, and we live on a world created and controlled by Allah. And yet, despite our weakness, Allah is so merciful that when we remember Him, He lifts us, blesses us, supports us, and gives us what we seek. Allah is true to His words. If you remember Him, He will remember you. If you turn to Him, He will turn to you. If you walk toward Him, He will run toward you. Islam, the final revelation, is not a culture, not a region, not a language. Islam is the universal way of life that fits every human being with a soul. That is why every prophet, whether sent to Arabia, Africa, Rome, Egypt, Babylon, or anywhere, delivered the same core message. Worship Allah, you have no God other than Him. The laws changed by time and place, but the message never changed, because the human soul never changed. Whether a person lives in New York, Tokyo, or Nairobi, the soul has the same hunger, the hunger for purpose, meaning, peace, and connection with Allah. To understand this oneness even more, imagine a traveler lost in a desert with two guides. One says, turn left, the other says, turn right. The traveler becomes confused, conflicted, stuck between two authorities. But if he has one guide, one direction, one voice, he moves forward with confidence and safety. This is the story of the universe. If there were two gods, human beings would be lost between two contradicting powers. But because Allah is one, His message is one, His guidance is one, His path is one. And when you follow the one path, you find the one peace, the peace of the heart that Allah promises in Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:28. Surely, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. So what would happen if there were two gods? The Quran answers, the universe would collapse, life would shatter, existence would fail. The entire harmony you see around you exists only because Allah is one. He created you with purpose, not to chase emptiness, not to drown in confusion, not to follow desires without direction, but to worship Him, remember Him, and follow Islam, the universal religion that fits every human being. When you live with this truth, Allah helps you in this life and rewards you in the next. If this message opened your heart, inspired your thinking, or brought you closer to your Creator, then join the journey. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next video that nourishes your soul and reconnects you with your purpose. Until next time, remember Allah, and Allah will remember you.